Now, I got my deputy sheriff's badge in 1949. I just turned 21. It was pretty unusual for a 21-year-old that actually had no training in the law enforcement to have him hand me a real badge.
Would you consider working for the Irvine Company? I had never heard of the Irvine Company. Nobody was really sure what the future was going to bring. People would come in and they would see these high-rise buildings around Fashion Island and they thought I was smoking something. But if you look at it today, it's exactly as we had developed in our models. And it is just, you know, an opportunity that matured, and it was right on.
As a young child, I remember going to powwows, but we had to go, you know, way over to Riverside County, back up in, you know, the very, very rural areas because it wasn't okay to be Indians. That's where we would have our gatherings and powwows and, you know, elections, you know, of who we wanted to be in charge, you know, stuff like that. It wasn't something we could just, you know, rent a hall here in town and do. It wasn't done.
We now have county supervisors who are Hispanic, congressmen, judges, lawyers, religious leaders, and I think we have come a long way because we've all grown in the process, we've all matured politically, where we treat each other like human beings, and I'm so happy to see that. One more thing, I wish I were running for office now rather than then.
I could just eliminate all the politics and we could just talk about restaurants in Orange County for the next 5 hours and I would not tire of it.
This was a big adventure. We were doing something that hadn't been done before.
The subtext of the Pageant of the Masters is that art is inclusive, that it has something for all of us. It can enrich all of our lives in ways that very possibly we never imagined.
My home here, the Rios Adobe, as you can see, is well known and documented and undisputed to be the oldest house in California. It was built in 1794 by my great-great-great-grandfather Feliciano Rios, who I mentioned earlier was a Spanish soldier who came with Father Serra.
I can look at that mountain and, you know, as the sun rises and say, my family for generations has seen this. You know, that's a real connection.
We got up and we went down the riverbed and we found steelhead, big ones. We had so many, we gave them to our neighbors, and then we brought some uptown and sold them to the market and everything. But then on, everybody knew there was fish, and before you know it, everybody was fishing down the riverbed there.
I am considered the oldest gold medalist alive in the world. This is my gold medal. It wasn't until the next Olympics that they put them on a chain and put them on. But we got them in a little jewelry box. Our uniform. I guess it still fit. I still today get a lot of requests for autographs, especially from Europe, Poland and Czechoslovakia and Germany. I send out free. And then pretty soon I see them on eBay for $20.